All right, I'm a little late. This is not timely by any means, but it is what it is. We're going to discuss it. Superman, Red Son. We're going to watch this trailer. We're going to see what happens. And I want to have, I got to give you full transparency. I have discussed in the past that I'm not the biggest fan of when this whole Elseworlds deal took place. Or not even necessarily Elseworlds itself. I have an issue with it. Let me just say that. Talked about never been a fan of the whole different universes and one-offs and stuff like that. They have no consequence. What got me into comic books, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and I'm perfectly fine with that. What got me into comic books was the idea that there was this universe in which every single action it mattered, or it was supposed to, right? And they led into the other. So if something happened, no matter how long ago it happened, if it happens in what is the main universe, it is something that it matters, right? And it's always cool to theorize the future based on that and compare and contrast actions of different characters through different eras. And whereas this is, stories like this isn't exclusive. I mean, there's millions of these, right, among mainstream comic books where there's, one-off stories. And I do believe that those aren't really necessarily geared for me. And I think those are for people that, and I'm not saying that nerds like myself don't enjoy them. I'm just saying that I do believe that those who don't dive into comic books all the time, that's more so for them, so they can just see sort of this different variation or different depiction of this character. So let's get into it. We're going to watch, came out 3 days ago or so, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But DC's Superman Red Son, let's go ahead and look at it. I believe this is going to be on DC Universe, which I will be watching it and I will review it. Let's check it out. And I will be stopping and starting.
Look! Up in the sky!
That the best you've got?
Extraordinary report.
Of course, he has the accent and whatnot. It's pretty funny, but Communist Superman will always be disgusting looking.
It's coming out of the Soviet Union. Tales of a being with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men.
As I said, Mr. President, of course I understand your concern, but I assure you the Luthor Company has this under control.
I don't blame those among you that fear me, for you've been taught to fear all your lives.
This looks like it's probably going to be solid.
And you are the strongest of all of us.
It is only a matter of time, very little time, until all of Western Europe is absorbed, is taken by the Soviet Superman.
Look alive, Lanterns. We've got incoming.
Okay.
I'm honored to have you here, Ambassador.
Call me Diana. And what shall I call you?
Superman. You think you're going to stop me, Batman?
That was the best that came out. Like,
now?
Hold on, let me pause that. Semi like, anarchist Batman. That was kind of like the best thing that came out of this. And that's me being totally biased. I don't care. That's me being totally biased, but I just want to throw that out there.
Now I save the world.
I'm interested to see the angle that they took with this in relation to the comic book. And this is what I've always enjoyed about DC's animation, is they're definitely recent years. I mean, they've been so spot on. I always talk about how DC's animation is like top tier. It's a top tier in the sense that it does these animated depictions of classic comic book arcs, and they're so spot on. Like, you look at Flashpoint Paradox, like that is right out of the trade paperback and what have you, and it's right out of it. It's right out of it. It's just a Flashpoint arc in animated form, and that's what I like. It's not necessarily what I asked for, but that's what I like in terms of those sorts of depictions. It has some slight changes to it. But when I see these not just live action depictions, but animated depictions, it's any depiction that is out of the actual comic book. Respect it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be exactly like it. I don't know anybody that expects that. Even if they did, though, like I always say, normies would still like it. It'd be brand new to them. It wouldn't matter. But I think a lot of these people get off in trying to, and maybe it's just the artist in them, where you get writers, screenwriters, and directors that feel like they have to make these alterations and changes so they can put their own imprint on it. That's just a theory of mine. I can't prove that. I cannot prove that. But that's just a theory of mine. I am actually, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and this is how you know I'll be objective. Even as a guy that I'm not the biggest fan of these types of deals, I actually am looking forward to watching this. I am looking forward to watching it, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens out of this, and I'll review it, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. But I'm actually kind of excited to watch it, to be completely honest with you. I'm a big fan of DC's animation, and I do think they do a great job of respecting source material, so I will for sure be checking it out. So, but yeah, Kami Superman still is disgusting. Let's make no. That's be biased, and that's fine. Y'all know. But all right, man. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be kind of conversing with you all in the comments and in the comments, not the comics. But I'll converse with you guys, and we'll be discussing this stuff on stream and some of the upcoming DC animations. So, whatever, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it.